Now you listen here, Jimmy. The only way you're gonna save yourself from those nightmares is if you stay a virgin to those horror picture shows they're showing down at the theater. You stay away from those films, you hear? I don't know, Tom. I kinda like those movies. You know, they give me kind of a thrill you can't get from those hot rod ones you're always watching. I don't care about the nightmares. I love them.
What up, guys? You're listening to another beautiful episode of Horror Movie Virgins with your host, Daniel, and your co-host, Kelsey.
Hello.
We are joined by a very special guest, my boy, Carlos. Say hi, Carlos.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for having me on, Daniel.
Anytime, man, anytime. So, we are doing a movie that was recommended by Nestor and Jasmine. I don't know if you guys haven't listened. We had an episode with them a while back. Trick or Treat. It was our Halloween episode. They were here. For a while, they were recommending this movie. And so I'm pretty excited about it. I know, Kelsey, you're pretty excited too. We're doing Talk to Me. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. She's here because I always fuck up on the titles.
That was right.
Okay, good. And before we get into all that, so Carlos, quick background. What got you into horror? What got you into horror, and like, what are you big on horror? Like, just
what's your favorite movie?
Yeah, what's your favorite scary movie?
What got me into horror is growing up. My grandpa used to always watch horror movies, and
right on.
My mom also, and pretty much it was always on like in the living room and stuff like that. And I would sneak out of my room to go watch it and pretend like I was cool, and then be scared as shit for the rest of the night.
Just fuck you up.
Yeah, it would fuck me up, and I'd try to be brave, and it would never fucking work. I like Jason's pretty much one of my favorite type of movies to watch. Anything Jason related, except for what was it, Jason X, when he turned into a robot?
Oh no, when he goes
he
goes to space and shit, gets all
that
nanites.
one was not one of my favorites.
No,
it's pretty much there's a
so you like slasher movies?
I love slasher movies.
Yeah. So that leads into like our next kind of question that I usually ask is like, is there a certain so obviously like we'll kind of skip that one, but like obviously like your favorite like franchise is like the Friday the
Friday the 13th. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So do you like, so with that, do you also like how do you feel about like what's his name, like Leatherface, and like
I thought Leatherface was pretty cool.
Do you like those like all of those ones
like
too?
A lot of the classic ones. The ones that, there's obviously Jason, Freddy Krueger,
right? Like those big core guys.
Yeah. Those are pretty much my favorite. Scream and Chucky are kind of like my least favorite.
Right.
Yeah. They're fun to watch.
We have our own opinions about Scream.
Yeah, definitely.
Very much so.
I like the older ones, but
Yeah, the older ones are good. The newer ones, we had a whole tangent about how they're not the greatest.
Yeah, there's one thing I don't know if you've listened a lot, but one of my big things is this is me beating a dead horse. Like all my listeners know. My big problem with like movies nowadays is there's no character development. So when you see characters die, like you don't care.
Yeah, there's no connection to them at all.
There's no exactly. That is the big. That's what Mika said when he was here, and I forgot who else has said it. They said that same thing. There's no connection. You don't have a connection with these characters.
You're pretty much just watching people get slaughtered for the fun.
And that was it.
And exactly, it's nowadays it's more of like you kind of like want to see the carnage.
Yeah.
Like you're more watching it for the carnage, and that's cool and shit. Like I think it's fun. But
I think that goes along with people just wanting to be scared.
Yeah.
So they just jump right into that right away.
Yeah. I agree. But my thing is, or how I feel about it is like, I want to like care for these people. I want to see them make it in a sense. Like, yeah. We all love horror. We want to see the carnage. We want to see the violence in a sense, but we also like want to see our favorite guy make it.
Right.
And if
you want to have like someone to root for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Nowadays, everyone's kind of just rooting for the killer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's literally you took the words out of my mouth.
Because I actually I was watching Scream, the newest one, last night.
Oh, don't ruin it for us. We haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
the one that were there in New York?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet? Oh, okay.
No, because I thought the last one was garbage.
We haven't seen it yet.
This one isn't any better, but it's cool. Just watch it. Get your own opinion on it.
Yeah.
But, like I said, though, they're like my least favorite. Like him and Chucky are like my least favorite guys.
Yeah.
They'd still watch it. And also, Jenna Ortega's in there, and
Listen, he has the same affliction. He has the same fucking affliction with Jenna Ortega, okay?
Oh, man. But anyways.
Back to the topic.
Yeah, so back to the topic.
Well, they made a Chucky series.
I know. And I saw some of like the random parts of it, and I
Didn't
thought it was
like
fucking corny.
Really?
I'm very confused by it, to be honest with you. Like, I have no idea where the fuck the storyline is going, but I haven't watched enough of it to pay attention. But
What's it on?
It's on Hulu.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just put out a new season, right? It's like
Yeah,
three
they did.
seasons
Yeah,
now or
they
something
did.
like that.
Yeah, that's why
I
they
think
did
it's
the
just
big maze.
like the
and
big
what's it
thing
called?
about it is that Jennifer Tilly, the one that plays Tiffany, is in it. That's why people like
Oh,
love it so much.
I would love it because of that. Honestly,
She's
like
the doll
as a fan.
and her regular character when she falls in love with Chucky, and they, she has like
Oh.
that whole thing with him. She still plays both characters.
In one of the movies, they actually, I forgot which one, they actually had her in it, but as Jennifer Tilly. Like she played an
That's
actress.
what I mean.
It was Bride of Chucky, wasn't it?
Yes, that's what I mean. So she's both characters, I think.
So
in
she
this.
plays
Yeah.
herself as Jennifer Tilly, and she
Yeah.
plays, because that was cool. Like it was like she's in the movie. She's obviously
Mhm.
Jennifer Tilly's an actress. In the one I saw, I don't remember which one. She's herself as an actress
Yeah.
in a movie that they're making about Chucky. And it was just funny because like, oh, it's funny because she plays the bride, like she's
Yeah.
his
That was a
girlfriend.
pretty good movie. I like that one.
Yeah.
That was cool. Bride of Chucky.
Yeah.
It was like
It was.
like
I like that's honestly honestly that's my
comedy
favorite
slasher
one.
type thing.
I
out of
like
all
when
of
they
them.
have the kid just because I like shit face.
Shit face.
Fucking shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've talked to you about it.
Yeah.
So some people on here know like Thomas C. Howell. So growing up, we were very good friends with his son, Dash.
Yeah.
And when that movie came out, we used to make fun of him because he looks just like shit face.
That's unfortunate.
Have you
for
seen?
him.
Do you,
That is
I know
hilarious.
he's done movies. Have you seen?
No, but now I'm gonna Google it.
Google it. When he was young, so we knew him and we were friends with him in junior high. I was in high school, and so we were friends with him through like high school. And so that time when he was younger, he looked just like shit face, and we used to always fuck with him. Like I think on my Instagram, personal Instagram, like way back, like you have to go way back. There's like I posted a picture and I tagged him and I'm like, oh, I didn't know you started acting like your dad or something
He
like that.
looks
Like
just like
fucking
his
hilarious.
father.
he does. I don't know if I don't even know how to. I don't think I even have him on social media and shit anymore. And if I do, but-
well, shouts out to him.
shout out to him. Shout out to you,
Shit
Dash.
face.
I fucking miss you, bro. I haven't talked to you in fucking years. Hope life's doing good. Obviously, he doesn't listen because we haven't talked, but whatever.
Yeah, you know.
Anyways,
He might.
he might.
You
I
never
don't know.
know.
You
I
gotta
don't- That'd be
manifest
funny
it,
as shit,
dude.
dude. Because
Yeah.
random story, we fucking went to like a local concert, like a local show. They did like local bands and shit. And he had moved out of town and shit. So we lost contact. We went to this local show and he was there. And it was so fun. And it was so funny because the whole time we ended up sitting in the back with him talking like the whole time. And it ended up being a blast. Like I miss that fucker. But yeah, we'll get back on topic here. And so we got that down. Your favorite franchise is Friday the 13th. So your favorite on top of that, like you love the slasher thing.
Yeah, slasher films.
Mostly. Those
Yeah.
are like your favorite when it comes to horror.
I was fangirling when I found out that they were gonna do the Freddy versus Jason thing,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and then I heard some other rumor that they're gonna do a second part.
Mhm.
Been waiting for it ever since. It's been fucking
Yeah.
like a decade at
See,
this
those
point.
guys
that
are
I've
getting
been-
old.
When they
Yeah, for real.
when they
That was such a
announced
good
the
fucking
second
movie.
part, like to do another one, I heard it was gonna be like Michael Myers versus Freddy. I don't know if that, but
No, I thought it was gonna be Jason again, but
I
Michael
mean
Myers-
Jason versus
Yeah, yeah.
Jason versus Michael Myers. Yeah,
Oh, that'd be pretty fun to watch.
that
That
would be
would-
fun to watch.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
I think I talked about it in my and when we did Halloween Kills, I think we talked
Mhm.
about it then too, where I was like, oh, that would be sick to
That
see.
would be a movie I would line up to go watch it, like in the theaters.
Yeah, I would see that in theaters, and I don't do that we don't do that much. Like
Yeah.
the movie we're gonna do today, we wanted to when Boogeyman came out in theaters, we
Yeah.
wanted to. It's just dragging our ass to the theater when
It's expensive.
yeah, and when we
Absolutely.
can sit here comfortably,
$15 for a fucking ticket. Dude.
I don't know.
Might as well go to a nice dinner.
do carning.
That's
That's
what
what I'm
we do
saying. What did we
instead.
spend today? We spent like the money we spent
Would have
today
been
for
tickets.
Would
for
have
a
been
movie.
dinner,
Yeah.
movie, and a
we spent to throw some meat on the smoker, some beers, and
Yeah.
we're gonna kick back here and
Mhm.
at my comfortable house and shit.
Not be scared of anything weird happening at a movie theater. Yeah.
Yeah, sticky
Yeah.
floors.
Yeah.
Is
I
there
hate the sticky floors.
is there any movie you're terrified to watch? Any type of movie?
yeah,
I hate movies kind of like the one we're gonna watch today.
Really?
Like when it has to do with
Like
demonic
possession?
and-
possession.
Yeah. Just growing up in a house where like everyone was super fucking Catholic. And
Do you know what-
you hear
that
random
that
shit
is
like
Catholic
that?
trauma.
I
Right
was
there.
gonna say
For real, I remember we used to see on the news, like the Spanish news, they would talk about like
Oh, yeah.
weird shit happening.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember the first time I watched The Exorcist, I didn't sleep right for like a month and a half, bro. So anything that has to do with like
That's
demonic
valid.
possession
Dude,
or
I
like
wanna see the
opening
new
gateways to places
Yeah,
Mhm.
scares the shit out of me a little bit.
Well, all of us being Latino, that's heavy.
that's what I was gonna
It's
say.
heavy. Yeah, it's heavy.
It's
as fucking
very
our
Being
heavy.
community.
Latino, that's heavy in
Yeah.
our thing.
In our
Like
community, you can sit there and see slashers and all that shit. It's like, man, you see
people
like a
look at
kid
you wrong. They're
ghost.
like, you're gonna go to hell.
yeah, absolutely.
Someone's gonna come after
Yeah,
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing you're taught as us being
Mhm.
all of us being Hispanic, is you're raised that these spirits and
Yeah.
like you said, being raised Catholic, you're taught that these spirits and shit are real,
Yeah,
and if you invite them in,
Yep.
they're gonna stick around, and
Yeah.
that's the premise of what the trailer says.
Growing up pretty much is like spiritual warfare.
Yeah.
For your fucking life.
Fuck
the whole
yes,
time.
bro.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, so these movies are pretty much the ones that do stick with me. Even as an adult now,
Uh-huh.
they still kind of fuck with me.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what
like an
Jasmine said
emotional
too, because
connection.
Jasmine had the same thing to
Yeah.
say too, of being Hispanic and Catholic. Like you're taught that,
Yeah.
and that's what she said too. That these are what fuck with her the most.
Yeah,
But we don't
absolutely.
do that shit.
This used these kind of things used to fuck with me heavy. Like when you said The Exorcist, when I saw the original Exorcist as a kid, like that kind of thing scared me. Like the thought, because I was raised Catholic too
Yeah.
for a while. Like my mom actually taught at the Catholic school here, and we were heavy members of that church, and like so it was scary then. Now now it's just alien abductions for me.
Alien abductions. Yeah,
zombies
you'd be the
for
weird
me.
one they would take for sure.
Yeah, they'd be putting
Yeah.
things in my butt and shit.
And then you would be putting it in theirs.
Hey, if they ask nicely.
Her face.
She's like,
Jesus
"God damn."
Christ. My God. You know, you're watching this movie in this house. It's very haunted.
That's haunted? I've
Mhm.
slept here before, bro. It's
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. I know. I see shit all the time. I
think-
just keep it to my damn self.
You're like, if I put it out there, it's true. If it's in my head,
Yeah.
it's in my head.
I was just listening on the way over here to the episode we did with your brother.
Yeah.
And there's like a cut in the middle of us talking because we heard something fall
Yeah.
in the kitchen and it just goes quiet. And I was like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And we heard it. He goes, I don't know if anybody heard that, but something fell in the kitchen.
Honestly, that episode too, like off topic, is some of the best dialogue we've had.
Yeah.
But it's me and my brother like agree a lot on like horror and stuff, and we're into the same thing. So it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It was kind of cool to have someone
Oh,
else.
prior to that as well, this one goes into the fucking garage and he's like, oh, no, he closes the garage door and he heard something fall and then being dragged across the garage. And I'm like, what the fuck?
See, that's creepy. I just remember sleeping here one time and hearing a bunch of random noises, and I just kind of chopped it up to the fact that I was probably drunk when I fell asleep.
Yeah. The only time
I
we've
think
ever
I've
slept
only
here was
slept
hammered.
here once.
Yeah. Was it my
It was
St.
the-
Patty's Day party?
yeah.
Was that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always used to
Only time
throw
I
a
slept here.
banger St. Patty's Day party.
I'm-
Always.
I remember we got up at like 6 and we're like, all right, time to go. Bye. The
Yeah,
sun
you're
came
like,
out and
this
I was
is
like,
enough.
I'm
I'm
good.
good.
Here.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I see shit all the time. I saw something in the bedroom with him one time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, if I just close my eyes and I turn around the other direction, it can't see me. I can't see it, so fuck off.
Yeah, I won't fuck with it. Just don't look at it. Don't look at
nope,
it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh man. Yeah. So possession stuff.
Yes,
So that's what's
Scares
good
the
about
hell
this.
out of
that's
me,
a
yeah.
no.
Yeah. So this movie might make me jump a little bit.
It's still
But, you know,
yeah.
Here we go.
I think what these kind of movies do, like in the moment, scare me.
Yeah,
What doesn't scare me is like so. In my opinion, like a movie that like really kind of scares me is one that has lingering effects. Like when we saw Boogeyman,
yeah.
that had lingering
We
effects
were scared for like 2 hours.
after.
Really? Yeah, you were telling me about that.
It
That's
was
one thing I'm gonna have to
hard
watch.
to go out this room when we were done recording because
You're like, we're just.
It was
sitting
hard
here
to come
today.
record this because it's on the opposite side of the house of
Yeah.
where everything else is.
Yeah.
Like, and so coming here to record, we're coming down the hall, and I literally had to turn around at one point. I'm like, I have to just make sure we're not being followed.
Like check every
well,
corner
yeah,
and
and
shit.
his dad leaves these 2 doors open.
Yeah. Oh my god, my dad
constantly.
will come over to like do things around my house, which is fine. And I'm like, sure. Like, you want to do something at my house, like while I'm at work, because you're tired and stuff. So I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
You want to mow my yard? Handle it. Like,
Yeah.
do your thing. But he comes in and he opens I like to keep the door shut
He's literally a ghost himself. He just opens the doors, walks away.
and leaves them open. He'll turn on all the lights. I come home, the TV's on. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, Dad. And it'll be on like news. It'll be like CNN or Fox. I'm like,
It'd be the weird thing if you call him one day. He's like, bro, I haven't been to your house today.
see, that's why I don't
No,
do it. That's
I
what
don't- I
I'm
don't wanna
getting
know.
to is I
That
don't
would be
even
fucking
call him.
hilarious. That'd be
Please,
I just
fantastic.
assume, and I don't even check the camera to make sure he was home. I'm just like,
No.
he was here.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not
like
gonna
she
do it.
said, he's a ghost on his own. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, the ghost of Jaime just
Before
was
you
here.
came over here, I closed these 2 doors because he opened them for what? God knows what.
See, I didn't even make it inside. I got home and my uncle was so my grandpa lives like 2 blocks over,
Right.
and my uncle like had a stroke a while back, right? So he lives here now too, so we take care of him. But he lives over there with my grandpa, and he walks every day. So when I pulled up, he was in my front yard like walking by. So we talked for a bit, and then my dad pulled up. So I never even got in the house, so I didn't even get to see what he
yeah,
did.
you left, and I was like, oh, I'm fucking closing this
Oh, yeah, we had to
goddamn
run over
door.
my grandpa's.
Hell no.
That's
Yeah,
my
I
thing
can't
too,
do
leave
open
some
doors, bro.
open.
No.
No more
Or
locked
closets.
doors.
So how do you feel about the dark?
I'm okay with the dark.
Okay.
I'm not
Well,
too
that
bad with
makes
the dark.
One of us.
Yeah, she
Like
hates
it doesn't bother me too much.
Mhm.
Maybe after this movie, I might be like, "Hey, turn on the light while we walk to fucking record the rest of this."
You would think, but we're not gonna.
Yeah, probably not. No.
I'll
Yeah.
leave this one on, the one in here,
I'd
so we
rather
have
you
a light
didn't.
at the end.
I'd
of
rather you didn't. I'd rather you turn on the
Mid-movie,
light.
we're gonna
in
see
the-
it flickering.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
crazy.
need
Or
that
you know what would be
shit.
better is leave it off so that we have to walk. So that while we're walking here, we have that still that fear in
The
us.
lingering fear effect.
When we get here, we go, okay, that walk from the couch to this room was scary. So that movie fucked me up.
Right, right,
You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah,
It'll
I
be
came
good.
to put something in here when you were out in the living room putting away the tent.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, just make it really quick. Just make it really quick. Like, throw that shit
Oh,
in
what
here.
am I
And I
talking-
ran
oh,
back
yeah,
out.
Shit.
It was too much.
Do you know what so back I don't want I like where we're going with this, but I also want to bring it back a little bit. With the trailer, do you know what this movie when we watched the trailer again just now
Mm-hmm.
because Carlos hasn't seen the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
What it really reminded me of it concept wise, obviously it takes a different approach and it's definitely a different movie, but the idea of spirits that are trying to come in through a person, it reminded me of Insidious,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
These spirits that are dead, but they want to come back and they find a conduit.
very
Yeah,
much
they have to have
so.
a conduit to like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This
Pretty
movie,
much it is.
this movie is it's not it's A24.
It is A24, but it's Australian directed and starred in.
That's what I was going to ask you because obviously their accents are all
Yeah,
Aussie.
It is an Australian
So
movie.
it was an Australian movie.
Mhm.
Okay, good. That's what I was curious about.
Yeah. I've heard that the ending really gets people,
Really?
that you're not going to expect what's happening. The music is pretty good.
Oh, I love good
I like
soundtrack.
that.
The
I
music
love a
is
good
pretty good.
soundtrack.
And from what I've gathered, that there's pretty good character development. So I think it's going to be.
Good. Again,
think
another
it's
thing I
gonna be
love.
good.
I love character development. I want to care for people,
Mhm.
and I love soundtracks because not just like music. Like, oh, I like this song. I like when it fits the movie. I'm very big on like the audio and
Building
background music.
suspense type of
Yes.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
That
Makes a big difference.
or even like mix matching a song to not fit the like. Have you guys seen the movie You're Next?
Yes.
So remember when like that first house where they did the
Yeah.
practice murder and they're playing, I forgot what song it is. They're playing a song and it's just like a happy-go-lucky song and it's not what's going on. It
That's
Yeah,
doesn't
all
that,
match.
that was
creepy.
like when we did Us and they played what was it? Fuck the Police.
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause
You
she's
seen that
like-
movie?
I have not. No.
You've not
Oh
seen
my
Us?
God.
I know. I
Oh
have
my
to.
god.
You have to watch that.
Bro,
I haven't
it's
seen
so
Us or
good.
what's the other one called?
Nope.
I've seen Nope. I love
Get
Nope.
Out.
Oh, Get Out.
Y- That one is.
They're
my
actually both on
favorite.
Netflix now. So I'm
Yeah,
probably
you
gonna
should
have to
watch them. The Get Out is my favorite.
Yeah,
Us
I'm
is
gonna have
my
to check it out.
favorite from
It's
his.
so
Okay.
good. The music in that,
I-
amazing.
I know what you're talking about though. When they have something or like, fuck, what movie is that? I don't know. Yeah, but when they have like happy-go-lucky songs and there's
Yeah.
like a brutal murder
Mhm.
going on,
Yeah.
something about that
The-
makes me like. No, this is gonna sound kind of weird, but it's like exciting. It's like, oh shit! Like,
Yeah, it gets you. I don't know what it is, bro.
it shows
gets
you how
like
demented the person
Yes.
is doing
Yes.
it. Like that's
Yes.
probably what's playing in their head is
Right.
they're like slaughtering someone.
Yeah, like there was a movie, The Strangers, the second one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
What's the song? It's like, oh fuck, it goes like, there's no one around now.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, that's Tiffany.
Yes.
Yes, Tiffany.
That's like playing
We think
while
we're
they're
alone now.
We think, oh, that's how it goes.
Mhm.
Like we think we're, and it fits because they,
It
they're
correlates.
It correlates, but it's like a happy-go-lucky song.
Yeah.
and it's these guys are trying to hunt them down and kill them.
It adds an eerie feeling to the
It
movie.
does.
It makes you
it makes you
drawn into it.
uncomfortable. Is the way I
It
think.
does.
yeah.
It makes you uncomfortable.
That's the good thing about like a good movie will have your feelings in there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's not just
100%.
watching something and something's like gory and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
No, it's like you get
Yeah.
wrapped into the movie. That's a
Yeah.
good fucking movie.
Yeah, it's not like like what you said. It's not a movie that's just carnage, and you're like, oh,
Mhm.
cool, we're watching carnage. It's like that, but it makes you emotional. It
Yeah, yeah.
pulls
It's
your
like an
emotions in, like you said. It pulls your it's an adventure, and it pulls your emotions into it on top of, oh, cool, here's some carnage.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, and
exactly.
that's like you said. And I agree 100%. That's a good fucking movie.
Mhm.
From
Those are the movies that stick in your brain.
watching
100%.
the trailer, what do you feel? What is your expectation?
Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's going to be a creepy movie,
Uh-huh.
but also like all these movies with like the younger teenager
Mhm.
crowd,
Yeah,
those movies
Sorry about the chair.
hardly ever actually get creepy.
True.
true.
It's always like the same blueprint, like teenagers, alcohol, sex,
Yeah.
Yeah.
creepy like murder. They investigate it. Everyone gets slaughtered. Then the one girl has like the one girl guy is
the
like
final girl.
alive at the end,
The
and
final
they
girl.
turn their fucking life around.
Mhm.
Do you,
I just hope it's not like that.
do you think this is just an idea that popped in my head while we're doing this, is the reason why that doesn't really fuck with us as much is because we're older, because we're all what, like, I know I'm 30, you're 30,
Yeah.
how you're
31.
you're 31.
Yeah.
So we're all generally the same age.
So we're all the
Yeah,
general
yeah.
same age. When we were in high school and growing up, these were the kind of movies that we'd see. Like you said, it's younger cats.
What's more relatable if we were in high
Do you
school?
think that's
Yeah.
why?
Kind of. I mean, I can see some weird shit like that, like going to a party and someone like talking you into doing something
Yeah.
sketchy, and then
Whoa,
next
that was
thing you
weird.
know, yeah, my bad.
It's all good. I never heard that before.
I think generational, it's different though, because the teenagers now are not like when we were teenagers
That's
at
true.
all.
Because like it didn't dawn on me till like we've done tons of episodes by now.
Yeah.
And like a lot of it is we talk about there's no relating. And
Yeah.
it didn't dawn on me till you said it just now, where it's like kids, sex, alcohol. When we were that age, that's
That's what we were doing.
we were
Yeah.
like, and
Right.
what you said, it's relatable then.
Yeah, yeah.
Now that we're in our 30s, maybe that's why
It's a little
these
far left where you're just like, okay, you're allowed to do that shit.
Right.
Well, not just that, it's just not relatable anymore because we're not that young doing those things. But when we if we were in high school right now and this movie came out, it would be. Do you think it would be better? This is just me spitballing, but
I don't know. Maybe.
because think about it too. Like the movies that stuck with us the most are more like, okay, well, I guess not. I'll say Boogeyman took place. It was high schoolers, but that was something that was more of something we'd be afraid of now.
I think it's harder to connect to them because they're using actors that are our age to play teenagers in high school
Yeah,
because they look younger. So we already know how old they are.
right.
So it's not relatable because we're like, okay, you just cast a 30-year-old woman to play an 18-year-old girl at a senior in high school.
Yeah, that can make sense.
That might work. I think I think for me personally, what makes it less making you relatable is kind of like what Carlos said. It's kids.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean,
that's
it's not
why.
stuff we're doing nowadays. Like I think a
Right.
movie like a murderer or like some crazy like possessed thing happening on like to a group of older people that went camping
Yeah.
Yeah.
would hit a little harder than a house.
Yeah,
party.
because like right now I'm trying to think of a movie I've seen recently, and right away, a movie that scared me that I loved that you go like what we're talking about is more relatable is like Barbarian. It's a
Yeah.
lady going to an Airbnb.
They are our age.
Barbarian was
and-
fucked up.
It was a
I
good
loved
movie,
it.
right?
Loved it.
I loved
Great
it.
movie,
So,
yeah.
So that-
good.
Is more relatable than this. This changes my whole perspective on horror now. Like I never thought
Yeah.
about this. So
Well,
you
it's
just
like
said
you were
it.
saying that Boogeyman stuck with you, right?
Right.
But like the movie is about a child. It's
It
like,
is,
it's like
and it's a
innocent.
kid, that's
It's
why.
like an innocent thing, and then
Mm-hmm.
crazy shit's happening in this house. Those stick with you a little bit more than
Yeah.
maybe just like a college filled,
Right.
Yeah.
But who knows? We'll see.
Well, yeah, because even Hellraiser, they were about. That's another one. where
They're college
more,
age.
They're college age, or
Mhm.
like more adults. They're living on their own, and they find a box and they fuck with it. And like, I don't know. Maybe I want to start watching some of these movies now that I have this new perspective that fucking Carlos just
I
put in my
think this
head.
one,
Thank,
though-
thank you
Yeah.
though. It makes me like because I bitch a lot about horror nowadays and how. There's no relation and character building, and maybe it's just because I'm older and I can't relate to watching
Yeah.
high school or college kids do this kind of thing.
I think with this being A24 though, and them being so like visually like invested,
Yeah.
that it's going to be different because these kids do
That's
look
true.
like teenagers. They do.
They
I mean,
do.
they're probably like 19, 20 years old
Oh yeah,
now, but they do look like kids. They do look like they hang out in someone's shitty basement, like we all did, drinking,
yeah.
playing stupid fucking games.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's more relatable.
Yeah, I think too. Like going back to what the episode we did with Mika, and he talked about bodies.
Yeah.
and he talked about it's more like the TikTok crew kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like that's something that won't relate to me. But what you just said, this movie might relate to me because it's kids hanging out
It
like
seems-
we did,
yeah,
like more like a
more real.
kickback style. And they know that there's this weird spiritual thing. Like what was one like Bloody Mary, like something dumb like that we would do when we were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this reminds me of that kind of thing where it's kids just kicking back, either maybe drinking, maybe smoking, maybe some sex involved at like somebody, like you said, a shitty basement.
Yeah.
And there's
someone's
like this
house.
possessed
Yeah, and then-
hand, and they're like, oh, like a Ouija board. We're gonna play with this thing,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. Because we used to do Ouija boards here, like things like that.
Well, that
That's why
explains the
this
house
one's fucking
haunting.
haunted. Yeah, at the same
Okay.
time.
Thanks a lot, guys.
No wonder.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Someone didn't close that fucking door.
Yeah.
So that's why I think this movie for us, like we might like it more because it's something relatable
Yeah.
versus how we talk like bodies. We haven't seen bodies at this
No.
point, but what we talk about movies nowadays, it's that TikTok era kids. So there is no relation.
Right.
Right.
I don't know.
I
think
am a
it's-
30-year-old on TikTok, so I'll probably
I
relate
don't
just
have
a little bit.
TikTok.
I like it. It makes my brain fuzzy.
Do you post
Makes
TikToks
your
too?
brain fuzzy.
No, I don't have the time for that shit. I just
Do you
want to
have
watch people
any-
do funny shit.
Do you have any posted or no?
No,
Oh, I was like, I want to see.
never. You do
Never.
not get to see me being weird on
Can
the
you
internet.
do you know any TikTok dances you can do for us right now?
Absolutely. It's not all dances.
Oh, I was like, I'll post it on our Instagram right now, out of context too, because how with how many episodes we have lined up, this won't come out till like December,
Oh, okay.
and it's what is it? It's like the first or second weekend of November.
Yeah.
So it'd be funny just like on the Instagram a video of her doing a
Just
TikTok
randomly.
dance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, what
please.
the fuck?
Okay, the amount of ugly fucking photos this man has of me,
Oh, it's awesome.
it's fucking awful.
Yeah, this movie looks good. Like I said, recommended and asked for
Yep.
us to do by fans. So if you guys have us on Instagram or
Mhm.
Facebook, hit us up on there if you have recommendations. If you're not on Patreon, you got to actually vote on what movie we do and shit. When we do a fan pick movie of the month or some shit. I forgot what I
Mhm.
called it. But yeah, I think I'm ready to take off and watch this bitch.
Absolutely.
Oh, you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, boy. All right, guys. Movie is watched. Pranks have already started.
I regret that so bad.
You started a war that is gonna end.
So
badly
we keep
for you.
talking about this fucking room being at the end of the hallway. And I fully thought both of them saw me come down here. I know Carlos saw me.
I saw you too,
I
but I
did.
thought you went to the restroom.
God. And then I was like, I'll just wait right here behind the door. And then I thought I really shouldn't do this because he's gonna scare me so bad.
Later.
Ah, God, I can't get that image of your face out of my head.
Daniel's scream was the best part of the whole thing.
That was a genuine.
So
That was a
genuine.
genuine, fucking fearful human being scream.
Fuck.
Yeah, 'cause that wasn't just me going, oh shit. That was like.
this.
So I turn. I don't even look. It's so dark in this room. Lights are off. I reach for the light to turn it on, and I don't see that Kelsey is hidden behind the door.
Mind you, she's wearing all black.
Yeah.
In front of said light switch. So I don't see her. It's so dark. I reach for the light switch and I feel soft. And then I realize somebody's standing there and I screamed. I was like, ah, fuck.
I'm so glad you didn't hit me.
Well, it's funny because I didn't run or jump. I just screamed at you while my hand
You
was
kind
still
of went like this to
Yeah.
defense
I didn't
position.
even flinch. My hand was still in your chest, and I just
God.
screamed. Oh my god,
Well, that was fantastic.
my face
was
hurts.
good.
We've been laughing for this.
And we
my
needed that.
God. That scared the fuck out of me.
Oh shit, that got me.
You're crying, aren't you?
Yeah, I
You just
shouldn't have
started
done
a
that.
prank war.
I
though.
shouldn't
Yeah,
have done
yeah.
that.
You
I'm
fucked up.
fucked up.
He's like, I'm going home tonight. Goodbye.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm gonna wait till she falls asleep.
yeah, right. I come home one time and all the lights were off, and I could have sworn that him and his brother were home, and I come in and there's nothing, and I'm like, hello, hello, the house is big. I don't like this.
I don't like this.
I don't like this. And I went in every room. I was like, okay, he's not here. Cool.
You just talking
Nobody
to
has to
yourself
know.
in the dark.
Yeah.
It's never happened.
I was like, I'll just get Palpatine. That fool ain't gonna fucking help me.
Oh, he's such an idiot. He's got a smooth brain.
Oh God.
Smooth brain.
All right. Now that I've just made Daniel shit his pants.
Luckily, I just went.
That's true.
Jeez.
Otherwise, I would have been in a much funnier situation.
I'm
Pissed
wide
yourself.
awake. I was tired, and then my adrenaline.
You don't need that Red Bull.
No, fuck no, I don't get Red Bull. I screamed that wasn't me. That was
That was good.
That was long.
That was very genuine.
Ah!
Out of all the horror movies we watch and
According to
horror nights,
Yeah,
that was genuine.
that was me scared. That was me the most scared you've probably ever seen me.
Yep, I regret it.
Anyways, so what'd you guys think of the movie?
Carlos first.
Me first.
Yes,
Yeah, you go
you're the
first.
guest.
Yeah, you're the guest.
I thought I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Mhm.
I did.
Mhm.
I liked it. Not a lot, maybe. It's like
Yeah.
I just hate the typical blueprint thing
Yes,
that we
Yeah.
were talking about earlier.
I agree. I
It
agree.
was fucked up though. There was a couple parts where I was
Yes.
like, "What in the
Mhm.
fuck is going on?" But yeah, it was good.
It was good. I liked it. I thought it was cool, but like you said, it definitely felt to me that it was like you said. It was just a rewrite of other movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured that at the end she was gonna we can do
Yeah, it's
Oh
spoiler.
yeah,
This
spoilers.
whole thing is
yeah.
spoilers.
Yeah,
so
Okay.
go
after
ahead.
the second half is
We
always
don't- we
spoilers.
don't go
If
in
people
order or
are
anything.
yeah.
okay, cool. I thought she was gonna throw herself with him off.
Oh, okay.
Into
You
the
thought they were
freeway.
both going to yeet himself. Yeah.
That's what I thought. I thought that was gonna happen.
I spent a good majority of the first half of the movie going like, I don't get her deal.
Yeah.
I don't get her deal at all. Like
No,
I
she
get
was
that
very weird.
I get that her mom died, and then what I don't get, I guess half is that when she goes around people like in school or her friends, and they're like, oh my god, there she is. Why? What do you care?
Yeah.
Her mom died. Okay.
There's
That's
like no
one thing-
backstory to that.
That's one thing that they keep writing into movies. I feel it's like, oh, the kid in high school, their parent dies, and everyone treats them
Like shit.
yeah.
Yeah, but there's never a backstory. Like,
Right.
what did she do to be the weird girl?
Well, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like I spent a good majority of it trying to figure it out, and then the more we got into it, I was, oh, okay, so she's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Because she
She's
did
the one,
end
like,
up
the
being
off
kind of
one.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. How
She's the
she
off
like
one.
wanted to be a part of the other friend's family because she felt more love there than she
Yeah.
did at home.
Well, that was the other thing too. Is like she was staying there, and I was like, oh, did like her dad die too?
Mhm.
And then like her dad ended up being alive too, and it's like they didn't really explain why she didn't want to be at home. I get like, yeah, your mom died, but like her dad, it's not like was like being too weird about it.
Right. No.
So
He's
it was
being a
just
dad.
weird.
I
Yeah.
think because the dad knew why the mom did it,
Yeah.
he kind of processed his emotions faster than she did, and he just
Right.
basically played it off like, oh, well, oopsie.
Yeah.
Well, the thing was like the mom was depressed, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's just
Yeah.
pretty much the basis of it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I missed something for a second.
No,
No,
yeah.
she
And
was
then,
just
and then I guess
suicidal.
they just played it off as like, oops, it was an accident.
Mm.
When she said she didn't mean to take that many sleeping pills, it was on accident.
Right.
They also didn't really show did the dad end up dying?
It doesn't really say it's open ended. I mean, remember she left him there in the fucking house.
So I want to take a shot in the dark and say he lived. Because
Mhm.
remember when she gets yeeted onto the freeway,
Mhm.
dies.
Right.
She sees the kid get better in the hospital
Mhm.
and get freed, and she also sees her dad there leaving the hospital. So my understanding is that he eventually ended up at the hospital
Mhm.
and left also. Like he got better, just like they showed the mom and the family leaving
Yeah.
together. Just
Right.
punch the mic again.
It's
So
okay.
I think in my opinion, I think he lived, and she saw them all leave the hospital.
Who
Mhm.
was that old guy?
in the wheelchair?
No. Remember when she first walked out of the elevator after she threw herself off the freeway? She looks left and there's just
Oh
some
yeah.
old
So
Oh.
when the kid goes into the
Yeah.
hospital first, remember she told her to leave, and
Oh,
so she
yeah,
started
she looks
wandering,
into
and
the-
she was like staring at him.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So it was that guy.
So that, and then I guess that's supposed to signify that he died too.
he's
Yeah,
dead
he's
also.
dead also.
He's dead also because the
He's just
room's
old.
empty. It's just he's just sitting there.
Can't
Right.
get off his bed because he's old.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
I thought that when you eventually see her on the ground, I thought it take it as, oh, they took her instead of the kid, which is why the kid got better.
Right. Right. And I think that's what happened
Mhm.
because they got their soul. Because it definitely, like, in my opinion, it definitely pulled from Insidious a lot,
Yeah.
where his soul was lost in that world.
Right.
The further.
The further, and like there was like a sense of they got to get him back somehow,
Mhm. Yeah.
but like they didn't. They kind of just went their own way about it. Because even like I think the first guy, when the guy that they tried to like talk to, like whose brother, like at the beginning, the
Yeah.
guy who got stabbed.
That was wild.
Yeah, that was a
was-
good way to
that was-
start the
that was-
fucking
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
That set a pretty high standard though.
Yeah, and I think it did good because it did good at like showing them like having fun, and then when that kid when the kid Riley does it,
For too long.
he starts smashing
That
his
was
face. That went
crazy.
0
Grabbed
to
his
100
fucking
quick.
eyeball.
That,
Oh,
God,
yeah, that
was
got me.
nasty.
But anyways, like he tells them, she's like, "Oh, just leave him alone, and they'll lose their strength
Yeah.
and let him go."
Right.
And so that's what ended
That's-
up
yeah.
happening. Like they,
I think that, and they just took her. They're like, well,
Yeah.
just let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take her.
Look at those bitches that already fucking.
Mhm.
like we were
Yeah.
saying. So like I want to start like before I go on my tangent. It's like I liked this movie. I was entertained. I thought it was good. I thought it was
Mhm.
creepy as fuck, and it did a good
Mhm.
job at being scary. Not something that like scares me too much, but I was like, ooh, this is uncomfortable. This is still good. But like what Carlos said, I feel like it was like very cliche. You got the girl who had the dead parent and
Mhm.
like
The damaged one.
the damaged one. Oh, we found a way to talk to the dead. All right, cool. This girl's gonna be obsessed with it because she wants to talk to her
Absolutely,
dead
yeah.
family.
Yeah.
You got the one girl who
The
or
happy-go-lucky girl.
right,
Yeah.
and then you got the friend the one girl who like doesn't like the girl because she has a dead family member and now she's like the weird one for some reason. Like it was very like cliche, but it's also an Aussie movie, so this could be a new thing for them. But it's cliche for us.
Yeah, maybe.
Fucking Americans.
Yeah.
But like I said, like going like those were like all cliche and kind of boring. But like they still took those cliches and made a good movie.
They made it their own original thing.
Exactly. Like I
Yeah.
still liked it. Like I would recommend this, and and it's rewatchable. I think I'm definitely gonna watch it again so I
Yeah.
can see things again. Because like there was a lot of writing on that hand that I wanted when we were watching to pause to read some of it because we don't really get to see it.
One of the things I did see is it said "help me" on the finger.
Yeah, it
Really?
does.
The only
thing
And
I
it
saw
says-
was, like,
it
"Let me
says
see
a lot
you."
of names. One of them says, "I want to see you."
Oh yeah, I want to see
One of
it.
them says, "We see you." They have a lot of drawings on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to. Next time I rewatch this, I'm gonna pause that shit and look at that. But like, yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fucking cool. What did you think, Kelsey? You haven't
I really liked it.
really liked it.
I really liked it. It
Yeah.
made me jump like 8 million different times.
Yeah.
I'm a scaredy cat little bitch.
Yeah, you're not very hard to scare, huh?
No, which is why
You
I'm terrified
Jumped when I
now.
opened my beard.
Yeah, well, because
that was so funny. I forgot
it's
that
so
happened.
fucking quiet. And then right as he opened the beer, something happened. I was like, oh, fuck.
Pop, and it popped too. When it did.
Yeah.
That was funny. Yeah, that part with the eyeballs what got me for sure when he started pulling his own eyeball because like he's already smashing his face again.
Yeah.
A cliche thing we see, like where like people are possessed, they start smashing their head for some
Or
reason.
like hurting themselves in random ways.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right, but then like going for the eyeball, that's when I was like, ugh, and he like pulling it out with his
And
fingertips.
the close up of it.
Yeah, that
I
got
was
me.
like, oh.
That's a
Oh,
lot of
like,
blood.
Mhm.
I didn't like that.
The one that got me was when she's asleep and the lady's in the corner.
Ooh,
She just
we
moves her
all
little fucking
Yeah, yeah,
thigh.
yeah.
I was like,
That
we
fucking-
all reacted to
That
that.
ghost movement that they do in movies that
Yeah.
like it almost looks like it's like one of those like,
mechanical.
yeah, I
Yeah.
fucking can't stand
Yeah.
that shit. Fucks with my head so much.
You gotta
and then
s-
you can hear their bones and
Ugh.
they're
You got to
alive.
see the movie. We did an episode on it. It has to do with aliens. It was on Hulu. What was it called? No One Will Save You.
Yeah, no one will
The
save you.
aliens in that move very robotic like that. And they also have like this thing where it looks like it skips a frame while they're moving.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man,
I
and
hate
it,
that shit.
yeah, I hate
Can't
that
stand
shit.
that shit.
And then when
Yeah.
it did that like kind of thing, like the movement of it coming from that corner, we all reacted. All of us had a
Yeah.
different
Yeah,
reaction. We're like,
When, right when they close the door and she's staring at that, I'm like, there's something in the fucking corner.
yep. Because you can kind of see it, like
Yeah,
Boogeyman
it looked
style.
like it looked like clothes, like
Yeah.
she had thrown
Yeah.
in the corner, and then all of a sudden it got closer and she moved. I was like, hell no.
Kelsey's like, that's it.
I loved when how it came
Hell
over,
no.
started sucking on his toes.
That was
That
good.
was awkward as fuck.
And then she's like, it's like yelling at Daniel, wake up, wake up. And then it
And
turns
she's
to
just
her sucking on
gnawing
his
on
toes.
them dogs.
That's fucking. I thought they were gonna bite like into the.
Mm-hmm.
That
That's
would
what I
have
was
been
waiting
crazy.
for, like a bite into like the toe. or
What would you
something.
do if you stayed the night over at the homegirl's house? You woke up that she was sucking on your toes.
Fuck, it depends.
That's
Like
what I was
if,
thinking.
if her eyes are white like that, yeah, no, probably not. But if she just looks normal, I mean, yeah, I don't know, yeah.
That's
I
what
love
I
how
was
he's
like
like,
saying. He gets up. He's like,
I gotta go.
I'm out of here. I'd
gotta
be
go.
like, girl, what else? What do you want to put in your mouth
What
next?
else does that
like,
mouth
what
do?
else? Yeah, what else that mouth do? They're young. I mean, they did a good job at playing it though. Like he's like, oh yeah, he's super Catholic, he's super Christian. Like he
like a good
hasn't
boy.
even kissed me. So
Yeah.
like to
I
wake
think
up to have some chick sucking on your toes, he reacted the way his character would have reacted. Versus me and you, who are a fucking bunch of fiends, would have been like, what? Like you said, what that mouth do?
Where else are you trying to go with this?
Yeah, like what's gonna go in there next, girl?
Jesus Christ.
Love it.
Jesus Christ.
Kelly's sitting there smiling.
This is now a King podcast.
Yeah.
No
Well,
shame here.
it's naughty hours. It's 9:15 now.
Oh man.
Overall, I thought it was an okay movie.
Yeah.
I also I've seen for the longest time every October
Mhm.
I would watch a scary movie a day,
Mhm.
Yeah.
whether it was rewatching some or anything new that came out.
Yeah.
So it's like everything just seems so reused.
Recycled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one was pretty good.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything like there was like gory parts that really caught my attention and made me feel a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it's not shit you don't see coming.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
The eyeball thing fucked me up a little bit. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, that's my big takeaway is like the only thing that didn't seem cliche was like pulling the eyeball out. Like that just straight, like he's already smashing his face in and then being tossed around the room and you're like, oh, like that's something that these kind of movies do.
Yeah.
And then you start fucking trying to pull his eyeball out with just his thumb and his index, just trying to pull. Oh, that's when I was like,
the grip you have to have in an eyeball to do that is fucking wild.
Yeah. Yeah, you used to do eye surgery. You used to be an eye tech. Like, fuck.
I think the last thing I ever saw before that kind of made me feel uncomfortable was, I want to say it was a remake of The Evil Dead when she's like hitting that they trap her downstairs.
Yeah.
And she's like hitting it and she grabs a razor and cuts her tongue.
Oh yeah.
That fucked me up too. I remember seeing that and I was like, I'm going to see that in my
Because you
dreams.
can feel that in
Yeah.
your own mouth.
Oh my God.
If you've ever had a piercing too, you're like, oh, fucking.
That's great.
The other one from that movie that fucked me was when the Jeep like flips over on her arm and she just like pulls it away to like, and it rips.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Or when fucking that nerdy dude's in the bathroom, the guy who read the actual
Oh, he
book.
goes through his stabs with the hypo.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fucking, just those things.
Yeah, there's something. There's like going back like to what you're saying. There's some things that like we've all experienced, like certain things that we see these people put themselves through. Like, have you stuck yourself at work with like a hypo?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that shit hurts.
I got stitches from a surgeon once.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. I got stuck last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
Do you go get tested?
Yeah, I had to. I
Yeah.
wasn't going to, but the surgeon's like, oh, I'm going to order blood work on the patient. Luckily, I was with him today, so he said that the patient was clean. So all the STDs that came up on mine were already there.
They're already there. Yeah,
Fuck
they're
off,
original.
Daniel.
They're full blown. They're not
They
new.
were original. I didn't get it from that guy. I was just like,
Stupid.
but anyways, like things like that, like you know what a hypo feels like going into you. So like,
It makes it extra like fucking
right. And just now you said like we've people that have piercings know what that's like. So like when we see certain pains, like we've all poked our eye and it fucking hurts. So to see someone put their fingers and try to pull their eye out,
That was
like,
gnarly.
yeah.
That
And
was.
that's what movies, I feel like movies do good job at. Like this one did a good job at too. And like how we said Evil Dead.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain movies that like, no, like, okay, like this kind of thing sucks. Like, so now like how do we make it like relatable? Like how we talked about before.
Apart from them being possessed half the movie, did it feel relatable with like the kids hanging out the way they did?
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of like the Ouija board thing we did here. We did it because we thought it was fun. Like obviously they kind of overdo it where they're like making it seem like it's like this. It's like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
And they're like making it seem like they're having a party while doing it. And like
the first time it was a party.
right, but the
Yeah,
second
I've
time,
been to a party like that.
Yeah.
Their age.
yeah, no,
No
it
one
was
stabbed themselves in the eye, but you know, it was still pretty crazy.
it was definitely like relatable
Couple
in that
people fell
sense where they're like what I said, they're kicking back and they're fucking with this thing.
Yeah.
And the only difference is like they kind of get like an adrenaline rush from it and they're like enjoying it. And they also think it's funny to see like their homie do like it's like I never experienced this, but I had friends that do this back when like fucking what's it called salvia first came around.
They would trip
And-
out for like
yeah.
5 minutes. Yeah.
It's like
So
everybody
homeboy would-
hoarding around the gravity bong trying to figure out how to use it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I never did that when I
Or like
when,
kids that did duster, the little dusting, they would
Yeah.
like freak out for like 3 minutes or like whatever, and they'll come
exactly.
back and like not know what happened.
I remember seeing like it was like a big thing people would do what they did in that movie where they would film them doing it and then they would like laugh about it
Yeah.
because homeboy's tripping out. Like
Until
I
someone
never
dies.
experienced it, but like I grew up in that world. So until someone dies. So watching this, like I felt like that was kind of relatable in a sense where it's like, oh, there's this thing and it gives these guys this rush. And so like everyone likes to film it because they're like tripping out. It's like they're taking hits of salvia or some shit.
Yeah.
So I did think it was relatable, but I enjoyed it still because for me it was more like it reminded me of like how me and the homies would sit and play with the Ouija board every now and then. Like we're inviting some evil ass shit.
That's
that
why
we
your hair looks a little redder than usual, huh?
yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
I knew it. Fucking god damn it. There's another one over here.
Oh man.
I liked it.
Yeah, I don't really have any complaints other than like kind of it was like a rinse and repeat, but it's hard to complain about that when Mika was here too, we talked about like there's a formula for horror movies that works.
Right. Don't
And
fix what's not broken.
exactly. And
Yes.
it's hard for someone to make an original idea and it be good.
Yeah.
And this definitely was not an original idea. It like I said, it played like a Ouija board movie kind of thing.
Played like a Conjuring universe type thing.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah. And it took elements from movies like we said Insidious. You just said like Conjuring, and then like it felt like a Ouija board because it's like a hand you talk to the dead. It pulled from other movies, but and it still did a good job, but it without feeling like a ripoff. Like
the two things that I did not like, and Carlos even made a comment, was where the fuck is her dad?
oh yeah.
And I say this in every fucking horror movie.
Yeah, where are the adults
Why don't the parents hear anything?
in the house?
Like ever. Like she was
Ever.
stomping and smacking the fuck out of that wall.
Yeah.
When
And
that
herself.
after she got cut sucking some toes.
Yeah.
She was over there banging on the walls. My mom would be like, "Can you shut the fuck up?"
Well, not just that. You don't hear homeboy stomping out of your house.
Yeah.
Right.
It's probably like the middle of the night.
If somebody came slamming out of one of our rooms and stomped across the house and left out the front door,
Bro,
I
your
would
neighbor
wake up.
would hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, though, is like the next scene where she's possessed. Remember, and she sees her mom or whatever. And she's like, "That's not your dad coming in."
Yeah.
And she's freaking out, kind of barely
So
yelling.
You don't hear
The
your
dad
daughter
heard
being
that, though.
thrown across the room.
Yeah, until she says help, and then that's when the dad got up to come
Yeah.
in. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
now we hear it.
That bugs the fuck out of me.
My other complaint was it was early on. It was the first part when they first fuck with it. Like, oh, we have 90 seconds, no more. And I'm like, why push? And then like, oh my God, we went over. Why, if you know 90 seconds is your limit, why would you go that far? I'd be like, at 60 seconds, we're calling it.
Yeah.
Because that
Push
gives
me
us
out.
30 seconds to try to get you off.
Yeah.
Like, and that was one of my complaints. My other thing I didn't mention when we were watching it, I was thinking about it, was how the fuck do they know that there's a 90-second mark?
It's just passed down.
Yeah, but even then, like, how would you know that it's a 90-second mark? How do you know it's not more or less?
I guess it's just supposed to be knowledge within the hand every time someone gets it passed down to them. Obviously,
I
the
guess.
beginning part where the guy stabs himself in the eye, it was way longer than 90 seconds, which is why he
Yeah.
was like the way he was.
Yeah.
Right. Because that happened to the girl
Well,
because
they
she
all-
went a little over.
Yeah.
They also
first
said the hand's been around for a while, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's fucking trial and error, I guess,
Yeah.
maybe.
And I liked what they did with it was, which what a lot of times movies feel like they need to explain
Mhm.
where these things come from. And I like this formula of where everyone has heard a different story and there is no origin story. We're just told that
Yeah.
nobody knows. Like, even, have you guys seen the movie It Follows?
Yeah.
So
Where
even that one, or even the movie Smile, they
I
have.
never saw Smile.
Smile was
It's
okay.
good.
Yeah.
I like it.
I liked it, but I
It
only
wasn't
saw
like
once.
fantastic,
Yeah.
but it's pretty good. It could be better.
I mean, I would recommend to watch it, but
Yeah.
that'd be about it.
Yeah.
But in those movies, like, they try to go back. Like, in those movies, they like try to go back and be like, "Oh, where did this come from?" And there's no answers. And
Right.
that's how this one was. They're like, "Oh, it's the hand of a medium," and they cut it off. And the girl's like, "Well, I heard it was the hand of a Satanist that they cut off, and
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
hand's just out there." So like, it comes down to it's like, so the people that feel like, because a lot of times, like nowadays, people want the answers.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
Yeah.
And for a movie like this where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna show you that there are no answers to this.
Yeah.
It's just a
this thing
thing."
just popped up, and there might be another hand out there somewhere.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
other thing too, that there might be another hand,
Like
which
at
would be
the
kinda
end,
cool.
those dudes don't even speak
Yeah.
English, so that
yeah.
might be the other
so
hand.
that's the other
Oh,
hand.
you know what?
Possibly.
I should have paid better attention, because the hand that they had was the right hand.
Right.
When she went out, it was the left hand,
Was it?
so it was the other hand. Yeah, because
Yeah.
remember, she's walking towards it, and
She-
the candle's
She
on this
grabs
side,
out with her right or her left.
her left, and the
That's right.
candle is this side, and it's her.
That's right.
So there is a
And
second
you do
hand,
see a person there that she's shaking hands with, and
Right.
it's
Yeah.
not the guy that pops up.
not at first.
So maybe that's the fucking Satanist
Yeah.
median dude.
So there is another hand. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that made it kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I just thought like, oh, the hand like found its way to France or wherever. I assumed it sounded like French. Was it
I think it's Italian.
French or Italian? Yeah. Yeah. You know
It's
what?
Italian.
Judging by the way they looked, it looked Italian.
Italian.
Okay. It's Italian.
It's
Definitely a
But
pizza
it
being
ended
made
up
the
in
background
Italy.
Yeah.
somewhere.
But I like too that like they still had to say it in English, like,
Yeah.
because he said I let you in.
Uh-huh.
But I thought that was a good way. Like, obviously, like, as a viewer, when we saw that, when she got up on the freeway, I thought she was alive.
I
But
didn't.
then when she transferred right to the hospital, I'm like, oh, she's dead. And then this, like, see it go on, and then to see it go, like, you see a candlelight, I'm like, ooh, now she's one of the
Uh-huh.
ghosts.
She's part of that realm
Right.
thing, yeah.
Ooh, that was
She
cool.
kind of bugged me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't like her.
She made me uncomfortable in a weird way.
She did a good job at being possessed when she was
She's
possessed
what they
and
call a
shit.
pick me.
What do you mean?
Pick
Oh,
me
I've
girl.
heard
Yeah,
that
yeah.
so many times.
Yeah.
but I
like-
feel like that was her character, though.
Yeah. She was just so weird in the shit that she would do and the shit
Mhm.
she would say.
She
Like,
was
almost
like,
she's like that on purpose. Like she's
Yeah,
trying
She's
to
doing
get
it on
that.
purpose because she wants the attention.
I was gonna say
Oh,
she was an
okay.
attention seeker because
Yeah.
she
Well, her
like
mommy's dead.
well,
so-
not
True.
just that. Oh yeah, probably it could be that. I was thinking
she wants.
Well,
love.
her mom's dead, and her best friend is dating the boy she really likes. She just doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah, but like she kept like saying like, "Oh, we dated," or that's my ex-boyfriend. Like she was very adamant that was her ex-boyfriend,
Yeah.
and they were like, you guys held hands once.
Yeah.
Like that's not your ex. Like, and then she all of a sudden had this like huge interest in him because like
Which I thought
the
was really
friend.
fucked up.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
like you were saying, she was like a pick me
But
girl.
she
Like
just
she wanted the
She
attention.
wanted to, the comfort.
Yeah,
Which
Oh.
is why she was there cuddling up next to his leg.
Yeah,
that was weird too.
Yeah, I was like, why? Is she
fucking
doing
leg
that
hair up the
shit?
nose.
She
Kinda
knew
wild.
she was gonna be sucking on those toes that
For
night.
sure. She was positioning herself.
Mhm.
I remember that was so funny when it shows her in the bed, and I was like, "Damn, this bitch sleeps with her socks on." That shit's weird.
That was kind of crazy when the girl's boyfriend gets possessed and like the ghost tells his
That
girlfriend
was so
like,
fucking
he
funny.
gets disgusted when you touch him.
Yeah,
I was like,
I was like,
damn,
damn.
sorry, girl.
I liked what the
Fuck.
other girl said. The other girl and the dude are like, "Man, this spirit's a bitch."
This one's a cunt.
Yeah, this one's a cut. I like that so much.
That girl's an asshole too.
Yeah, I didn't like her either. I
friend?
didn't really
Yeah.
like any. I mean, like these characters were like good for the movie, but like on a personal level, I didn't like any of them.
I wasn't fond of any of them either.
Yeah, I would have been like, they're definitely not like a group of people I would like ever want to like hang out with.
But I do like that we
But-
don't know any of them.
It did
So
enough
it was like
character.
we don't know because maybe they're more movie stars in like Australia.
Yeah,
Like
that's
they've
true.
been in more things, but since I didn't know them, I thought it was interesting that we're
Right.
watching them. Except for the mom. The
Oh
mom,
yeah, she's famous.
yeah, the mom
and
of the little
and
boy.
Riley too. That boy.
Oh.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in other movies I've seen. I just can't name him off the top of my head.
I just know
younger.
the mom because
Younger. He was young in that movie.
I know. I've seen him in stuff when he's younger.
the mom plays Sabrina's aunt in Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah.
Fuck, she
Yeah.
does.
Yeah,
I saw her and I was like, this bitch looks so familiar.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot she's Australian. I love their one comment too. Why the fuck is their doorknob so high up on their door?
Oh yeah, that was so funny. I
Like
was
up
like,
here.
because
Yeah.
their doorknobs are like eye level. I was like, what the fuck? Why are their doorknobs so high? And then it bugged me the whole movie. Every time there was a door, I was like, look how high up their fucking doorknobs are.
Also, watching a movie with Daniel, he always has some sort of fucking commentary to say. Something, always.
Do you know how hard it is? We have to watch these movies and not speak about it the whole time because I want to talk, but we have
Me
to save it
too.
for this.
Yeah, because even like when we paused it to go get food and stuff, I was like, why the fuck? That's when I first brought up, like, why the fuck do they push the 90 seconds? Like, I was so
Yeah, yeah,
pissed
yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, fuck that. Give me 20 to 30 seconds to like not fuck around.
I like how they all did it though when they went to that girl's house.
Yeah.
I thought it was just going to be one person, but they
Everyone-
all did
Yeah.
it.
Everyone but the one girl, the
sister.
the sister.
She never did it, huh?
No,
No.
she didn't want to.
And I liked that. It reminded me of the original Flatliners.
Yeah.
Everyone goes through it except for the one guy who the fucking bigger dude with the black hair. I always forget I don't remember his name, and I for the life of me I can't remember what other movies he's in. But he was in Three Musketeers. I remember that. But he was big in the 90s. I forgot his name. But anyways, he's like the one guy who's like, this is stupid. Like, why are we? Because in Flatliners, they're like bidding like who's gonna go longer.
Wait, I don't think I've ever even seen this one.
Flatliners is
Yeah.
very,
It's very good.
The
Is
Is it like
original.
Lazarus Effect?
Kind
they,
of.
like,
So
kill
it's a group of
themselves?
kids that are in medical school and they can figure out that they can stop each other's hearts and they can see beyond what's going on. So
and
they
then
all
bring
take
you
turns.
back. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
But of course, it goes bad.
Right.
right.
So, isn't there's a movie called like Lazarus Effect like that, right?
It's the same thing.
It's
I don't
similar.
think they're like killing it. Like they're not doing it on purpose. I think
No,
homegirl
the one
dies.
girl dies, and they're like, we can bring her back past like like the brain is live. Like after 5 minutes of like you're of no oxygen in the
Yeah,
brain,
yeah,
you're dunzos. So like I think Lazarus Effect is like, oh, like we can,
They're trying to bring it back from the dead.
yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
And that's how Lazarus Effect works. Doesn't in that one? Doesn't some guy die? He like it's in like he hides inside like
They
a.
all die.
No, I know, but one guy he like hides in something like in like a.
You mean Childish Gambino?
Is he in that?
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
He hides.
Donald Glover's in that. He hides in like a cabinet and she smushes it with her
Yes.
brain.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah.
Fucked up way to die.
Yeah. Anyways, but like like it was that formula of like Flatliners where like the one dude's like, this is like bad idea. I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna stay like still be involved.
Yeah.
And like that was her. She's like, I'm not gonna do this, but like I'm down to hang out. Like we're kicking it at my house kind of thing.
I think she just wanted to seem cool
Yeah.
because I think that one girl had a crush on her.
Yeah. That whole sequence too of them at the house was cool, and I thought it was gonna be like the kind of cliche thing where like one of them pushes it too far. Like how, and remember when they were like at the train station, I think, and she's like, "Did we blow out the candle after Riley?" And they're like, "No, we have to do it again." I thought we were going to start seeing that cliche where now everyone who's done it is going to start getting offed.
Oh, okay.
And I would have
been kind of boring though.
Yeah, but I would have been okay with that. But then like it was kind of cool to see that the two people were like, "No, fuck you, bitch! Like we're out."
Yeah,
and then
you
they
guys
were
figure it out. Bye.
Yeah, they were done with the movie, and I was like, okay, like that's more realistic. Like I'd be like, I'm not actually involved. I just like brought this, and you guys fucked it up. So like I'm out. Like that's what I thought was more realistic, and I liked.
I thought when Riley started doing all that crazy shit, I thought they were gonna start getting offed in the house.
Oh yeah,
I thought something was gonna break free into the house
and like keep them stuck in that house and start doing it. That would have been kind of cool to see too, because the mom's gone, everyone's fucked with it except for the one girl.
Right.
She could have been the final girl, and because she's not even the main character.
Like the mom walks in and she stabs the mom because she's tripping the fuck out.
The one part where he's smashing his head in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And then he starts licking his own blood.
Yeah.
Oh, that made me feel so gross.
They did a good job. I enjoyed this movie. I didn't really jump and like it didn't really bug me too much. During it, yeah, I was like, ooh, this is fucking creepy. But like it wasn't like Boogeyman were walking down the hall like bugged me. But it was funny because you still scared the fuck out of me somehow.
I didn't mean to.
Like I screamed. Like that was terrifying.
I'm so scared
gotta
when
be
Carlos leaves.
And it was funny because like I don't think I didn't expect it, and I wasn't that scared. So when like I was just calm as fuck, and then you were there, and
I really thought, because you're like, I think she's in the bathroom. I thought you totally knew that what I was doing.
no, I thought I
So
saw
you were
in
gonna
the
try to scare
bathroom.
me.
Because I looked back, I went back, so I'm like, because I came in here and the room was empty. I didn't like walk in all the way.
No.
And I'm like, oh, she's not in here. And I went back and I saw that the bathroom door was shut. And I was like, oh, she's in the bathroom. So I went to go turn the light on and I felt something soft because I didn't even look. I just reached for it. And when I turned, you were standing there.
And I was just like this.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought, I
I
didn't know
wasn't even
what.
making a face. I didn't make a sound.
I didn't know what the fuck it was. So it scared the shit out of
It
me.
would
I
have
was
been
like,
great if there was like a mask in here you could have put on.
No, God, no. Please don't.
there's no way we would have been recording right now if I would have swung.
No.
We
It
would
would have
still.
been very awkward end to the night.
I'd be like, Carlos,
Garrett's been like,
we're gonna have to
like,
record
Dusty
this on
Trail.
another
Pick this
day.
up the next time I talk to you guys.
Yeah, right.
I would have fucking just swung.
Yeah, because the next time I'm gonna be like, hey, Carlos, remember when Daniel hit me in the face?
It was, I straight froze. Like my hand was still against her chest, and I was like, "Ah!" Like I didn't pull away or jump
That
or
is one of
flinch.
the
I
most
just
genuine yells
screamed.
I've ever heard in my life. There was fear behind that yell.
We added a good jump scare to the end of that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that scared me more than the movie for sure.
God damn it.
The movie was more creepy than scary.
I
There's a lot
agree.
of creepy shit.
I agree.
I don't think I was ever like on the edge of my seat.
Mm.
No.
I definitely pulled my phone out a couple times to check to see it because I'm expecting a text, and of course I get while we're sitting here, my phone had vibrated right when we started.
Of course.
But yeah,
I tried not pulling my phone out because I was like, well, we have to talk about this on the podcast right after, so I have to pay attention.
yeah,
Sometimes I'm like looking at different things. I'll like Google a bunch of things. Like
Yeah.
I don't know which one of you mentioned the Australian rapping in the beginning.
I did.
This guy
I did because we were talking about soundtrack in the first half, and then I only noticed I didn't really I recognized like there was an accent to it, so I just thought it was just like rap. But then they said something about Melbourne, or I think it is, and that's Melbourne, and that's in Australia, and I was like, oh, it's like Australian rap music.
Yeah, I just tried to look up the soundtrack. It is mostly like
Aussie
Australian
rap.
artists.
Yeah, is anyone named Kangaroo Jack?
I hate you.
Remember
Juice
when
WRLD is in there though.
who?
Juice WRLD
Really? I like Juice
Mhm.
WRLD. I think he's pretty
and
good.
Kid Leroy.
Don't know him.
Don't know who that is.
It's another rapper.
Oh.
He sang a song with Justin Bieber.
Okay, that's fine. I don't like him.
Why'd you lisp like that? I don't understand what the point of
What's
that
wrong
was.
with it? And then
This is
Sia when they were singing in the car.
Oh
She's
yeah,
Australian,
I knows
too.
that one. But that was funny too. That was stereotypical because when they at the beginning when they pulled up and there was like something in the road, I'm like, and you could hear that something was in the road, and I was like, it's a kangaroo, and you guys were
What
like,
did you say? Sheep?
Sheep.
you're like,
Yeah.
it's a sheep.
He's
It's
like,
got-
there's
it's
no
probably
sheep in
And
Australia.
I was like, there's no probably sheep in Australia. It's a kangaroo.
I said that's fucking stereotypical.
And then it ended
They
up
could
being
have
a
sheep.
Yeah, then it ended up being a kangaroo, and I was like, yeah. Okay,
And then she killed it.
no, she didn't. She,
didn't.
left it.
She bitched out.
Oh,
She was going to, and then she dipped.
what a
Anyways,
pussy.
when
Yeah, well.
when she remember she sees a kangaroo in the hospital.
Mhm.
Was that after she died?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
No?
no, that's before she took Riley.
Oh shit.
because she turns around and I think Riley's like body's back to just being him, and she turns and sees the kangaroo walking away. I want to say that's like a ghost, like or some type of spirit
I
that's
think
giving her that idea, like yo, pull,
Go
like,
take him out.
not
put him
just-
out of his misery. Type
not
of shit.
yeah, I was gonna say that might have been like foreshadow where she saw the kangaroo and she couldn't put it out of its misery then.
Yeah. So then
And
she
then
got
when
a
it
second
came,
chance to
yeah,
do it.
when it came to Riley,
Good connection.
she didn't
She still
kill him.
pussied out.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
she still pussied out.
Now, do you think that she jumped or something pushed her?
I think the girl pushed her. I think the girl went to
sister?
say, yeah, the sister pushed her because she let go. Like, and I'm pretty sure she was gonna push, and I think because the sister was there, and then next thing you know, sister's there holding the kid. I bet you the sister homegirl was like yeeted her
Fuck
off,
off.
like saved her brother. Which in reality, like fuck yeah, she should have.
Yeah. That or
Like-
her own mom.
Yeah, but yeah, the mom wasn't there. That was just the girl.
But the mom was holding. Remember, the mom was holding the back of her
the
shoulders.
girl's mom.
The girl's mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love how more decayed she got the longer,
longer
that she
she's
was
seeing
there.
her, yeah.
Mhm.
The mom. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like her face started to like swell up, and
Do you think that was really the mom?
probably not. I think it was some sort of entity because she kept saying shit like, "You don't know," or "You don't know the truth,"
Yeah.
like trying to turn her against her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing with The Conjuring. They'll see stuff, and it's
Or-
not really that
yeah, or
person. It's like an evil
Insidious.
spirit like showing up as something that you care about the most.
Have you seen all the Insidious movies?
I haven't seen The Red Door, which is the newest one.
You have to watch that.
I want to.
I've seen the first two, but I haven't seen them in a long time, so I have to like rewatch it.
I cheated and I watched The Red Door because I've seen all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she watched
And I
it
knew
without
that
me
he wasn't going to watch all 4
in one
fucking
go.
movies. But you have to watch it.
The Red Door
Yeah.
one.
Instead,
have
I
to
was
watch it.
playing. I was playing the Nintendo Switch with her daughter
Yeah.
in my room. I have a Switch, and I was playing. We were playing a game together, and I was like, "Where the fuck did Kelsey go?" And I went out, and she's sitting there on the couch by herself watching it. I was like, "You bitch!"
It's good.
Scared as shit.
It's good.
I know it's like the red faced demon is like one of the main characters in that movie, right?
There's some good
Or
jump
lipstick
scares in
demon,
there.
whatever he is.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't say this is the scariest one, but they put a lot into this one.
Mm.
It's good
Was this the end of it?
because the kids are older now, which is really funny that they still have all the same kids. But yeah,
Well, at least it keeps it. You can keep. You can actually like a character for a long time, right?
Like
yeah.
in the Insidious
well, I like
things,
the
franchise.
dad, the guy that plays the dad because he also plays in The Conjuring.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he plays Ed Warren. I like him a lot as
Ed
an actor.
Warren.
Ed Warren, Ed and Lorraine.
and Lorraine.
Yeah,
They play the same characters though in The Conjuring, right? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, all
Yeah.
throughout The Conjuring.
It's like the whole universe. Have you guys seen The Nun too?
yeah,
That one was good.
I
He was asleep.
saw a little bit of the Nun too. So the first Nun, like I honestly didn't like it, and so like I was very reluctant to see the second one. She put it on,
Mhm.
and like I was doing other stuff because
You were not feeling well.
oh
You
yeah,
passed out at 7:00.
yeah, that was dude
Get
trip.
COVID or
I
what?
no, I had like bowel issues.
Oh,
I
had
think
poopies.
I had
yeah.
food
So it's
poisoning.
like your normal Tuesday.
Well, I had to go to work, so I took an Imodium, and then I couldn't
And you
go.
were backed up.
No, so then what? Oh, it was a car that freaked me out at first. I
Same.
I get to work, and like my stomach was hurting. I vomited once, but then like I couldn't. I felt like I had to go, and I
Mm.
couldn't go. And then I went into like some sort of like fucking septic shock because like
Yeah.
then I started getting a fever. I almost passed out in surgery. Like
Mhm.
I was leaning on my Mayo stand, and then if the doctor I would like move slow to my back table. Like I always had to be leaning on either the back table or Mayo stand during
How
surgery.
many Imodiums did you take?
I just took one, dude.
Just one.
Just one.
Like a big one? I don't know.
No, just
No,
like a
just
normal
one.
Imodium. And so
Jesus.
like so I had to leave work early, and like I drove home like with a raging fever, felt like I was gonna pass out. So I drove home with like one eye open. It was not safe.
So as you were dying on the couch, she was watching.
No,
The
I
Nun
came
too.
home and I went right to bed, and
No.
yeah, she came home.
Took
watched
care of him and then he fell asleep and I watched The Nun 2 by myself.
Yeah,
Huh.
I would wake up to her
Yeah.
being loud,
Kudos.
which was fine. But
Have you
like,
seen it?
Yes.
Yeah, I liked it.
I thought it was good.
I thought
Way
it
better
was,
than the first one.
I say it's way better than the first one for sure.
Lot
maybe we
creepier.
should do an
A
episode on
lot
it then.
creepier.
We should. Bring me back.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
definitely coming back.
Yeah, dude, that one was actually a lot better than the first one.
Yeah,
And I like how it ties into some of the Conjuring parts. Do you remember that?
it's supposed to. Yeah,
Yeah. I thought it was good.
yeah. You well, they had Oh, I guess we can't talk about it now. Never
Yeah,
mind.
That's why.
Yeah,
That's
don't
why
Okay, we'll watch
I was
it.
about to say
We'll watch it
that.
because I got a lot of things
I
to
was about to
say.
say the scene, and then I was like, it ties into the Conjuring parts.
I'm sitting here while like just staring at you guys. So I'm like,
Carlos and I have a full 20-minute conversation.
Just off to the side.
Yeah, we'll have to watch that one. I liked it.
nice. Right on.
I think you should watch it. It's good.
I'll watch it. I didn't like. Yeah,
I think it takes a lot for me to not like a movie.
not for me. I'm very picky. Not very picky. I think what it is something we've beaten the dead horse in like many episodes. Like with today, we talked about earlier. Like in today's movies, like no character building. We just see carnage.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
Movies either like focus too heavily on like jump scares, and then they end up like flopping because it's like, okay, these are obvious jump scares.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
you have an intense soundtrack and then it stops. Okay, jump
And then
scares
some-
coming.
yeah. Or they put a lot of the jump scares in the the preview.
That's
Yeah.
another one I've
That
talked
bugs
about.
the fuck out of me.
Bugs us.
Yeah, where they put everything in the trailer.
Yeah, because I called it a preview. My bad. Yeah, the trailer.
Or
I hate when you
preview,
like
yeah,
watch a
previews.
trailer and you're just like, this looks like a great fucking movie, and then you watch it and then all the great shit was in the trailer.
Yeah,
Everything
was
else
something
was just like filler shit.
I should have talked about in the first half is I've talked about it a lot when we do these movies is that's one of my fears, and this movie didn't do that, which I liked.
No.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
biggest creepy part that they had in the trailer that they had in the movie was when she keeps yelling run,
Mm-hmm.
and even
Yeah.
then like all it was like that wasn't even like a big part of the movie. That was
No,
just
no.
like her first experience,
Yeah.
and it was fine. Everyone's like laughing,
Well,
like
she's kind of warning him
yeah, oh yeah. 'Cause he's like,
Ooh.
you're right.
because he's like, he likes you. They like you. And then she tells him to run.
Oh,
I
I'm
didn't
at,
She's
even put
warning-
that together.
Me
She was
neither.
warning them.
fuck. We
him.
should have rewatched
Heaping
this and
pile of
recorded another day.
foreshadowing right there that I
Yeah.
missed.
Just same thing with like the fucking kangaroo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fuck.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was
I bet there's a
warning him.
lot more in this movie. See,
Probably.
this is why it's gonna be good. A movie that I was like how I said a good movie is something that you can rewatch
Mhm.
Mhm.
and like things that linger like that icing. That's lingering with me for sure. Fucking the
For
feet
sure.
for sure.
Like
But-
me standing behind the door.
I hope you have
You're
a dream
gonna-
about that.
She's gonna pay for it.
I
It's
know.
funny.
He's gonna wake up in the middle of the night and throw you off the bed.
He can't. My side of the bed is longer.
Oh.
Yeah, I have I have like a king, and the bed frame I have here is for a queen. So like it hangs. Well, like so when I moved here, I just pushed it all the way over.
Jesus Christ. Dude.
So the other side. 'Cause I'm like I'm sleeping comfortable. I'm not gonna hang off the edge. And
So
then-
you have to hang off the edge?
No, like I can be comfortable in one spot, but there's still like a whole like
yeah, it's a king. It's huge.
12
Like it
inches
could,
of bed
yeah,
on the other side.
Hey.
I could fit 3 people in there.
He wishes.
No, it's because I have the dog. I have Palpatine, and even before that, I had
He
Django.
wishes.
I had Django, and Django's a big motherfucker. What is that? Is that the
The drawer.
You playing with the drawer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of spooky.
I
Good
did it
movie.
earlier on accident.
Yeah.
Kinda scared me. Yeah. Good movie.
Good movie. I would recommend. I'm happy that it was recommended. I'm happy
Yeah.
that one of the things I bitch about with when we do like these newer movies is a lot of them I have to pay for and buy. This is one I'm not mad I bought
Okay, good.
because I'm gonna like I said earlier I'm gonna rewatch this.
Rewatch it.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I don't really have much else to add.
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
We got the major points out of it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Good movie.
Spooky. Spooky. And I just don't like that girl.
Which one?
The main character. She bugs me.
Yeah, she bugged me too. She did a good job at playing that girl.
Yeah.
Cause what I gotta say too is a lot of times where like you know how the friend who was like I don't like her, like
Yeah.
a lot of the times it's just her being a bitch about the other girl.
Mm-hmm.
When in this one like the main character was annoying and she
Mhm.
said she's annoying and she ended up being annoying in my opinion.
That's a girl.
yeah. Her
Yes,
name was
Carlos.
Haley, wasn't it?
Yes.
It's
She.
2023, bro.
Yep.
No, I know, fucker. But I thought it was just like a prepubescent boy.
Nar.
Oh,
Nar.
awkward.
They
This is
said
weird.
she and her and shit a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that at all.
You were like,
I just
he's like-
imagine. I know they called her by her or called her by her name a lot.
Her
I-
preferences in sexual partners is very
Mhm.
obvious.
Oh, got it.
Yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
do kind of wish that we watched it with subtitles.
Yeah. I can't understand their slang sometimes.
Some of their slang and some of their sentences, I was like, that was another language.
Uh-huh. The big dude that was with Haley. I couldn't understand a fucking word he said.
Yeah, he was one of the big ones where I was like, what?
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 I don't remember his name.
No, I don't either. His name
It
was-
escapes me.
Rick?
I suck at names anyway, so it doesn't matter to me.
That's true.
I'm awful.
I don't even remember the friend's name. Oh, Jade.
I just remember Mia, Riley, and Haley.
Yeah,
That was
Jade
it.
is the friend.
The one that she was living with.
Yeah, I can't forget Daniel.
Oh yeah, and Daniel. I was forgetting about
Fucking
his
Daniel.
ass.
That because he made out with the dog.
Oh my god!
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The homeboy's like, delete it, delete. I would have been like, same thing. I'm like, delete it. That was the other thing too. So, do they remember their trips?
Yeah,
When they
I
come
think
out of
it's remember she's explaining to him that the way she felt when she grabbed the hand.
Yeah.
I think they can watch themselves
Because she does
because
say it's
the
like they're in the
spirit goes into them.
So
and
you think they
just
watch like third person kind
Yeah.
of thing?
So he was just watching as he was jerking his meat to the dog.
kind of wild.
That was cool. I liked when the girl first gets possessed and she's like, "I like you." Like the way like her voice changed too. That was kind of cool to really show that this is a different.
That's
person.
another thing that bugs me. Why does she gotta talk like that?
Because she's a spirit's in her.
No, she does it all the time. Whenever
Oh.
she's in trouble or like people are mad at her, she makes her voice really small.
I don't know. She was annoying.
And I'm like,
I mean,
girl,
she,
shut up.
I think that was her character. I really kind of want to like. I'm definitely gonna do some digging and see what other movies she does and see if she does that. But
Maybe.
in this, she did a good job at
Yeah, I like
playing
that.
it. Because like, what's the guy from? He was in Dune and he was in Bones and All.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, and I talk about like he's cool, like he's a good actor, but I fucking hate that every movie he's in and every time he has to talk, he's looking at the fucking ground and he's mumbling his lines. And I'm like, what? Like when I first saw Dune, I kept having to rewind. I'm like, what the fuck is he saying? And when we saw Bones and All, I got mad at that. Because I'm like, why the fuck does he always do that? I don't know what the fuck you're saying, bro.
They cast him stereotypically like that.
Yes, and I want to
he's
know
in
if this
some-
girl's like this.
He's in some other movies where he doesn't do that, but he does.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh god, I hate that.
But like that's
That's not
how they
acting. Anyone
cast
could do
him.
that. I could fucking do that.
That's how
too.
they cast him.
Yeah, I can just stare at the ground and be like, yeah, I'm kind of fucking hungry today too. Like, it's like, fuck, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Speak. Look at me. Look at me. I can't fucking hear you. I'd rather you look in the camera and actually say your fucking lines.
The huh? Huh?
So I get heated every time I think about him and his acting. It's fucking,
can
it
tell.
pisses me off, man. It's fucking annoying. It drives me crazy. So I want to see if this girl's like that. If like she's like just always annoying. There's not a lot of actors,
Sorry, girl, but-
actresses that like piss me off like that. And I thought she was fucking annoying in this, but I think that was her character because I
That
didn't
was like
like
what
her.
she was supposed to play, probably.
Yeah, I didn't like her. I kind of
like
wanted
a
to
little
see.
damaged kid who wants attention type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Like she was attention seeking. She wasn't like this damage. She didn't play the damaged girl that we feel bad for. She played the damaged girl that like
Or like,
played
damn
annoying.
girl.
that was annoying.
You got what was coming to you.
It's like
That's fucked up.
like the you were
Sorry,
like
you got
the,
pushed into traffic.
I don't mean to be a dick, but like the girl who was excited that her mom died because she was going to get attention
Yeah.
for it. That's how her character felt to me. And I was like,
It was
this-
like an opportunity for her to like get more. Yeah.
yeah. And that obviously that like, that's not her, but like her character, that's what it felt like. And I was like, she's so fucking annoying. I didn't like her. I didn't like I said, I didn't like any of her friends. I thought they were all even the boys, even the kid like Riley and his homeboy. I'm like, man, these guys are fucking douche tools.
Yeah. Little weirdos.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
I didn't want to see them get their comeuppance, but like, because they didn't really do anything bad. They were just people that annoy me.
I think he did. He got to watch his friend smash his fucking face in.
Yeah,
It's
I
kinda
wanted to see
wild.
his friend get something because even his friend was a total fucking tool.
Yeah.
That would have been cool to see him get some comeuppance.
He didn't do it at all, huh?
No,
No.
Mm-mm.
no. And then the other dude, the big dude that she was talking about, he seemed like a fucking tool too, like very showy. All
Yeah.
of them seemed very showy. All of them were very like, look at me, people.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like one of the cool kids in school type of shit.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
even like the ones who aren't and they think they are and they're trying to get everyone to look at them.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what that
They're
group
just
of
trying
people.
to fit in. I mean, that's pretty much what got them into the problem. They're trying to fit in with the cool kids.
Yeah, you just love that spring.
It's fucking spring, dude.
But yeah, I think I'm done ranting about this movie. Unless you
Yeah.
guys got anything else.
No.
No, I think I'm okay.
Fuck yeah, we'll have you back again soon, dude.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll
Anytime.
just-
Let me know.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Peace out, everybody.
Peace out.